They appear without warning. Paroxysmal, powerful. Deep within the brain, electrical mysteries await discovery. To understand them, you must follow the clues. Decode the patterns. Read the EEG.
Our journey begins in the mountains of the neurological frontier. Tonight's discovery, the tonic seizure. Without warning, the brain unleashes a sudden burst of abnormal electrical activity. Muscles contract, the body becomes rigid, movement stops. The person may fall as standing, and breathing can become strained as every muscle tightens. The clues unfold in familiar sequence. A trigger may be present. An aura may provide a brief warning. Then comes a sudden onset of stiffening, followed by the tonic phase, where the body becomes fixed and tense. Some tonic seizures remain isolated. Others evolve into tonic-clonic seizures, adding rhythmic jerking movements to the journey. Meanwhile, the EEG reveals a hidden story, displaying generalized epileptiform activity that confirms the brain's electrical storm. For the neurological adventurer, every sign is a clue, every waveform is a map, and every diagnosis brings us one step closer to understanding the mysteries of the brain. Some seizures don't strike just once. They repeat, again and again. This is a clonic seizure. The brain sends repeated signals, causing rhythmic, jerking movements. One arm, one leg, or sometimes the whole body. Each movement is brief, but the pattern continues. Awareness may be preserved or impaired, as the jerking repeats over seconds to minutes. On the EEG, every jerk leaves a trace. Synchronized electrical discharges, revealing the source. When the movements stop, fatigue often follows. Rest and reassurance help recovery.
This is the generalized tonic-clonic seizure. Unlike focal seizures, this event begins on both sides of the brain at the same time. Sometimes an aura may occur, but many seizures begin without warning. The first stage is called the tonic phase. During this phase, consciousness is lost and the muscles suddenly stiffen. On the EEG, generalized fast rhythmic activity appears as the brain's electrical storm begins. Next comes the clonic phase. The arms and legs begin rhythmic jerking as bursts of synchronized electrical activity spread throughout the brain. As the seizure ends, the jerking slows and stops. The brain enters a recovery period known as the postictal phase. During this time, confusion, fatigue, and slowed thinking are common. The EEG now shows slowing as the brain gradually returns to normal function. Generalized tonic-clonic seizures are among the most recognizable seizure types. Understanding the pattern helps us recognize the seizure, interpret the EEG, and uncover the story hidden within the brain.
Some adventures begin when the temperature rises. This is the story of febrile seizures. Febrile seizures occur most often in young children between 6 months and 5 years of age and are triggered by fever, especially when body temperature rises quickly. Most are simple febrile seizures. These seizures involve generalized shaking, last less than 15 minutes, and occur only once within a 24-hour period. During the event, the child may lose awareness, become stiff, and then develop rhythmic jerking movements of the arms and legs. Recovery is usually quick, and most children return to their normal baseline shortly afterward. Some children experience complex febrile seizures. These may last longer than 15 minutes, occur more than once in 24 hours, or show focal features affecting only part of the body. The EEG is usually normal in simple febrile seizures. In complex cases, the EEG may show focal slowing or epileptiform activity that can help guide further evaluation. Children with a family history of complex febrile seizures or epilepsy may be more susceptible to experience future seizure disorders. The reassuring news is that most febrile seizures are harmless, and most children outgrow them without lasting neurological problems.
Some of the most important seizure clues come from the smallest adventurers. This is infantile spasms, a seizure type most often seen between 3 and 12 months of age. Unlike many seizures, infantile spasms are extremely brief, often lasting only 1 or 2 seconds. A baby may suddenly bend forward, bring the arms inward, or extend the legs. These movements often occur in clusters, especially when waking from sleep. Because each spasm is so short, they can be mistaken for a startle reflex or normal infant movements. The EEG tells a very different story. Between spasms, the EEG often shows hypsarrhythmia, a chaotic pattern of high-voltage slow waves mixed with multifocal spikes and sharp waves. Infantile spasms are commonly associated with West syndrome and may be linked to developmental delay or regression. Early recognition is critical because prompt treatment can improve outcomes. Tiny adventurers, big clues.
Not every seizure causes a fall or loss of consciousness. Some arrive like a sudden flash of lightning. This is a generalized myoclonic seizure. Myoclonic seizures cause brief, shock-like muscle jerks that can affect the arms, legs, shoulders, head, or even the entire body. These movements are extremely short, often lasting less than a second. A single jerk may occur, or several may appear in quick clusters. Unlike many other seizure types, awareness is usually preserved. The person can often hear, think, and respond throughout the event. Although the jerks are brief, they represent a burst of abnormal electrical activity occurring across both sides of the brain. On the EEG, generalized spike or polyspike discharges may be seen, reflecting highly synchronized neuronal firing. Recovery is typically immediate, with little or no postictal confusion. Generalized myoclonic seizures may occur alone or as part of epilepsy syndromes, such as juvenile myoclonic epilepsy. Brief, sudden, powerful.
Welcome to Laughland. This place is full of smiles, giggles, and surprises. But something here doesn't always match the moment. This adventure introduces gelastic seizures. That's when laughter happens suddenly, for no clear reason, and lasts only a few seconds. It might look funny, but this laughter isn't on purpose. The player stays aware, can keep doing what they were doing, and then, just like that, returns to normal. Behind the scenes, the brain is sending mixed signals, often from deep inside, like the hypothalamus. That's why every laugh tells a story. If you know how to listen, direct hit mission tip, observe carefully, because recognizing the pattern helps save the day.
Our next stop on the adventure: the absence seizure. Unlike the tonic seizure, this one doesn't shake the body. It steals a moment. 1 second they're here. The next, they're gone. Not asleep, not ignoring you, just disconnected for a few seconds. A blank stare. A pause in conversation. A missed moment. And then, they're back, like nothing ever happened. The seizure may last only seconds, but the EEG never misses the clue. That's why every neurological adventurer watches closely, because sometimes the biggest clues are the easiest to miss.
Our next discovery takes us into dangerous territory: the photoconvulsive focal seizure. Most adventurers see flashing lights and keep walking, but for some brains, a flash is all it takes. The warning signs may arrive first: a strange sensation, a visual disturbance, a feeling that something isn't quite right. Then the trigger strikes: flashing lights, rapid visual patterns. An electrical storm begins. Unlike generalized seizures, this adventure begins in a specific region of the brain, but it may spread if left unchecked. Fortunately, the EEG leaves behind clues, helping us track the source of the disturbance. Every flash tells a story, every waveform leaves a trail, and every clue brings us closer to the truth.
Not every seizure announces itself with a warning. Some strike without sound, without tension, without time to react. This isn't a tonic seizure. In an instant, the brain loses control of muscle tone, and the body goes limp. The head may drop, the knees may buckle, and the fall happens fast. Awareness may be preserved or briefly lost, but the event is usually over in seconds. On the EEG, the clues appear as sudden generalized activity, confirming the brain's momentary shutdown of tone. The greatest danger isn't the seizure itself. It's the fall. That's why preparation matters. Recognize it. Protect against injury. Continue the journey.
Every fortress has a control room, and in the brain, that control room is the frontal lobe. This is where movement begins, where behavior is shaped, and decisions are made. When seizures start here, they don't always look the same. They may be brief, sudden, sometimes subtle, sometimes dramatic. Movements can be strange, behavior unpredictable. Awareness may be preserved or briefly lost. And on the EEG, the clues may be quiet. Frontal leads, muscle artifact, just enough to tell us where the story begins. But some frontal seizures don't wait for daylight. They emerge at night, from sleep, often without warning. Sudden awakenings, thrashing, kicking, vocalizations. They may look like nightmares, sleepwalking, or night terrors. But this is no dream. The EEG tells the same story. Frontal onset, brief events, often repeating through the night. Day or night, the frontal lobe remains the source. Recognize it. Record it. Because when control misfires, the signs are never random.
Some seizures do not shake the body. Some seizures change how the world feels. This journey takes us to the temporal lobe, the part of the brain involved in memory, emotion, and awareness. This is a temporal lobe seizure. Often, there is a warning before the seizure begins. This warning is called an aura. A person may feel déjà vu. They may feel sudden fear or anxiety. They may notice unusual smells, tastes, or a rising feeling in the stomach. As the seizure starts, awareness may be preserved or impaired. The person may stare or stop responding. Repetitive movements may appear. These can include lip smacking, chewing, or fumbling with the hands. Awareness may then become impaired. The person may seem confused or behave automatically. They may not respond appropriately. In some cases, the seizure spreads and involves both sides of the brain. After the seizure, confusion, fatigue, or headache are common. Memory for the event may be incomplete. On the EEG, focal epileptiform discharges point to the temporal lobe. These findings help confirm the diagnosis. Recognize the pattern. Report what you see, because understanding the seizure helps protect the journey ahead.
Some adventures change how the world looks. This journey begins in the brain's visual center, the occipital lobe. This is an occipital lobe seizure. These seizures often start suddenly, without warning. A person may see flashing lights, bright colors, or visual patterns. Vision may appear distorted or unreal. Some people experience visual hallucinations. During the event, awareness may be preserved or impaired. The eyes may turn toward one side. The person may stare or appear confused. After the seizure, recovery is usually quick. Headache or visual fatigue may occur. On the EEG, abnormal activity appears in the posterior regions of the brain. These findings help identify the source. Every signal has a source. Recognizing visual changes helps guide the journey and keep the patient safe. Some seizures do not start all at once. Instead, they begin in one small area and follow a path. This is called the Jacksonian march. The journey often starts with a slight twitch. A finger may jerk. A hand may move unexpectedly. The person usually remains fully aware and can describe what is happening. But the movement does not stay in one place. It travels. Like an explorer following a trail, the seizure spreads from one nearby muscle group to the next. The hand may be affected first, then the arm, then the face, or even the leg. The pattern is not random. It follows the brain's motor map in an organized progression. Most Jacksonian march seizures last from seconds to a few minutes. During the event, awareness is usually preserved. The person can often watch the seizure spread while remaining conscious. In some cases, the seizure stops on its own. In others, it may continue and spread into a larger seizure. After the event, the muscles involved may feel tired or weak. The person may quickly return to baseline or experience temporary weakness. On the EEG, focal epileptiform discharges help identify the area where the seizure began. Every movement starts somewhere. Every pathway leaves a clue. Recognize the beginning. Observe the march. Because understanding the pattern helps map the journey and guide the diagnosis. Some seizures do not affect the whole body. Instead, they pull attention in one direction. This is an aversive seizure. The adventure may begin suddenly and without warning. One moment, everything seems normal. The next, the head and eyes are forced to turn to one side. This movement is not voluntary. The brain is directing the movement without permission. In many cases, the eyes and head turn together. Sometimes the arm on the same side may become stiff or held in an unusual position. The seizure often begins in the frontal or temporal lobe. Awareness may be preserved, or awareness may become impaired as the seizure progresses. During the event, it is important to observe the direction of the head and eyes. This clue can help identify where the seizure started. Some people may also show automatic movements such as chewing, swallowing, or fumbling with their hands. Most aversive seizures last from seconds to a few minutes. Some stop on their own. Others may spread and develop into a larger seizure involving both sides of the brain. After the seizure, the person may feel tired, confused, or need time to recover. Some may experience temporary weakness on one side of the body. On the EEG, focal seizure activity is often seen in the frontal or temporal regions, helping reveal the source of the event. Every adventure has a direction, but not every direction is chosen. Follow the clues. Observe carefully, because understanding where the seizure begins helps guide the journey toward diagnosis and treatment.